In this video, you step into the shoes of the captain of the RMS Titanic, understanding his motivations, his traumas, and what drove him to remain a true captain until the very end. But just so you know, I don't only make POVs about historical figures. I also built a website that humanizes AI-generated texts like ChatGPT or others because I realized most tools out there don't work well or are too expensive. You can try it for a small fee just to test it out. So if you want to improve your writing and also support the channel, check it out. The price is adapted to be super accessible no matter where you live, so anyone can use it without worrying too much about cost. The link is in the description. You are born into a small wooden house where the wind slips through the cracks like it belongs there. It isn't poverty, but it isn't comfort either. It's the kind of life where every object has a story and silence often says more than words. Your mother is the warmest thing in that house. She speaks with her hands, her eyes, the way she looks at you as if you are always more than the world can see. When you make your first paper boats, she doesn't laugh. She doesn't call it childish. She takes one gently, runs her fingers along the folds, and tells you it's something truly beautiful. Years later, you'll find out she never threw a single one away. Your father is different, not cruel, but hardened. Life shaped him that way. He works near the docks, lifting cargo, watching ships come and go without ever belonging to one. When he sees you folding paper boats, he doesn't see dreams. He sees disappointment waiting to happen. One afternoon, while you're still young, he sits beside you. You're proud of a larger, more carefully made boat. He picks it up, studies it, and then presses it into a basin of water. You shout, "Try to save it," but it's already collapsing. He says quietly, "No matter how much you think you're in control, the sea always wins." You stay angry at him for days. Your mother tries to soften it, saying he's only afraid of seeing you get hurt. You don't understand that yet. What you understand is this: you want to prove him wrong. As you grow, your mother becomes your quiet ally. She pushes you to study even when money is tight. When you say you want to work with real ships, she doesn't ask how. She asks when. Your father never stops you, but he never supports you either. He watches, always with that look as if he's waiting for things to fall apart. As a teenager, you spend more time at the docks. You learn from sailors, observe captains, listen to stories that feel larger than life. You realize early that there's a difference between those who work at sea and those who understand it. You want to understand, and that costs you. You start at the bottom, invisible tasks, cleaning, carrying, obeying. Many ignore you, some mock you. A boy who wants to be captain becomes an easy joke. But you keep going. One night, your father says they won't give you that place, not to someone like you. Before you can answer, your mother steps in, then he'll earn it. It's the first time you see her stand up to him like that. Something changes in you. Years pass, you don't become a captain overnight. You fail, you learn, you prove yourself slowly. Respect comes in fragments, never freely. Every step forward comes with someone expecting you to fall. And sometimes you almost do. Storms that catch you off guard, decisions that haunt you later. Nights spent awake, replaying what you could have done differently. But you learn. That's what sets you apart. You don't believe you're invincible. You listen to the sea. Eventually, your name begins to carry weight, not loudly, but enough. Other captains start to mention you quietly as someone who has something rare, an instinct that can't be taught. Still, when the opportunity comes, it doesn't come easily. The largest ship ever built is preparing for its voyage, RMS Titanic, and you are not the obvious choice. There are bigger names, safer names, more traditional choices. You go through evaluations, interviews, skeptical eyes. Important people questioning your experience, your background, your age, your capability. For the first time in years, you feel that old weight again, your father's voice echoing. They won't give you that place, but you don't back down. You answer calmly, you show knowledge, you admit past mistakes instead of pretending perfection. That catches attention. In the end, the decision isn't unanimous, but it's yours. When you receive the news, your mother cries, not out of surprise, but confirmation. Your father stays silent for a long time, then he says, "Prove you deserve it." It's not praise, but it's not rejection either. It's the closest thing to pride he can offer. The first time you step onto the ship, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like a ship. It feels like a floating city. Luxury everywhere, grand staircases, golden lighting, endless carpets, music echoing through corridors that seem to go on forever. You walk through the halls and feel something strange, not just admiration, a kind of distance from reality. Still, you do your job, you get to know the crew. Unlike other captains, you don't keep a cold distance. You talk, you learn names, you listen. Some respect you immediately, others test you. An engineer proudly insists the ship is practically unsinkable. An older sailor quietly tells you no ship deserves that kind of certainty. You keep that. You always keep things like that. The journey begins, and for days everything feels perfect. The ship cuts through the ocean effortlessly, passengers enchanted, crew functioning like a well-tuned machine. But you feel it. Something doesn't fit. The sea is too calm, too quiet. Warnings arrive, ice ahead, icebergs. You analyze, you consider, you discuss. But there's pressure, speed, reputation, expectation. And beneath your feet is that massive structure, almost convincing you that maybe, just maybe, this time is different. Then it happens. The impact is subtle, almost underwhelming for something so massive. But you know instantly. When you go down to inspect, the truth hits hard and silent. Compartments flooding, numbers that don't lie. You return to the deck carrying that knowledge alone for a few moments that feel endless. People are still laughing, still living. And you have to hold the truth until it's time. When evacuation begins, chaos doesn't explode at once. It builds doubt, denial, fear, and then panic. You stay steady, giving orders, organizing, deciding. You see crew members hesitate, others rise with unexpected courage. You realize the respect you built wasn't about authority. It was about presence. One of the sailors who doubted you early on grabs your hand briefly before running to help with the lifeboats. He says nothing. He doesn't need to. You watch passengers leave, families separating, people begging for more time, more space, more chances. And you continue, until there's nothing left to do. As the end approaches, the ship's luxury means nothing. Those grand halls are empty now, tilted, slowly being swallowed. You walk through them one last time, and you remember your home. Your mother's box of paper boats. Your father's finger sinking one into water. You finally understand both of them. Your mother believed in what you could become. Your father feared what the world could do to you. They were both right. When the water begins to take everything, you don't run. You stay, not out of hollow duty, but because you choose to. You choose to be until the final moment, what you fought so hard to become. The captain,